People will be dressed in white to commemorate the deaths of 8 people who've died in this unrest so far in the last 3 weeks. And on Monday, a mass sitting, they say, they're planning to hold on Venezuela's highways. And that could be a flashpoint, I think, for more confrontation and more violence.
Philip, you said the opposition feels like they have momentum. As best you can tell, do they? Is President Maduro any closer to leaving?
It's very hard to tell. He's certainly not at all popular in his losing support. He's lost a lot of support from his own partner. But let's not forget what happened in 2014 when protests went on for weeks. 40 people were killed on both sides. And then they fizzled out. And Maduro will be ardently hoping that happens again.
Who's leading the protests?
Well, it's been led by a coalition, if you like, a rather fascist coalition of different opposition groups. So it's been struggling for a long time to be united and get coherence, but they're beginning to gain that now, partly through a propaganda war. I mean, some of the images that are turning up on the social media are quite striking. The most striking, perhaps, is that of a male protester, naked but with his shoes and socks, dropped up from the arm of the vehicle yesterday. That got a lot of traction. And then there's another, a woman's standing apparently his right in front of one of those same trucks with her hands on the fender. And you know, it means that some of these protests, despite the fact that hundreds of them have been arrested, have lost their fear. And that can be a turning point in conflicts like this.
People sometimes talk about the silent majority in a situation like this. Is the silent majority getting less silent? Is the bulk of the populace engaged here one way or the other?
No, I'd say the bulk of the populace isn't engaged, but you know, they have a struggle on their hands already. Don't forget that this country has a chronic shortage of food and medicine, and for a lot of people the focus is simply managing their lives so that they can get by and get their families fed, and that really is a struggle. Some people.
And here's Philip Reeves in Caracas, Venezuela. Philip, thanks very much.
You're welcome.
The state of Arkansas had not executed a man in 12 years until last night. Bobby Ampazan of Arkansas Public Media was at the correctional facility in Grady, Arkansas, as Liddell Lee was pronounced dead. When the call finally came, Correction Department spokesman Solomon Graves was ready.
A lethal injection was administered at 11:44 p.m. and the coroner pronounced Liddell Lee dead at 11:56 p.m. this 20th day of April.
Lee was 51 and spent more than 2 decades on death row for the brutal beating death of Deborah Reese. He had no last words. Lee was one of 8 inmates the state planned to execute this week and next, but the court stayed 3 of those executions pending new tests and evaluations. J.R. Davis is Governor Asa Hutchinson's spokesman.
I think that's the frustrating part. When a sentence is handed down, I think the people of Arkansas expect it to be carried out, and I think when you're running to blockades to justice, as I believe the 28 elected prosecutors said today in a letter, that is frustrating for Arkansans, and they lose faith in the justice system.
Recent court proceedings haven't just questioned the cases, but the state's own method of execution. McKesson Corporation is the supplier of one of the state's lethal drugs used on Lee, and it tried to stop the executions in court. It was unsuccessful. But the night's execution was a success for state officials and the prison system. Here's Davis again.
It's a moment of reflection, but at the end of the night, the right thing was done, and the ADC staff carried out their responsibilities extremely well.
Associated Press reporter Sean Murphy witnessed a botched execution 3 years ago in Oklahoma. He was there to witness this one, too. The method was the exact same in both, but this one wasn't like that one.
The inmate appeared to lose consciousness very quickly. Within a matter of minutes, his eyes closed. And I could tell that his chest was moving slightly. It appeared to still be breathing for the first few minutes. And then at the consciousness check, he didn't show any signs of consciousness.
Meanwhile, outside of the governor's mansion in Little Rock, a small protest earlier in the evening gave way to a vigil. Sandra Cohn was there.
For me, as a Christian, when I heard that his last meal, he requested communion, that just broke my heart.
For NPR News, I'm Bobby Ampazan, Arkansas Public Media.
This is Morning Edition from NPR News.
This traffic report is made possible by Executive Aura, presenting the leadership series Think, Lead, and Act Like a CEO, led by Michael Burcham, David Furse, and Kimberly Pace. April 26th at Well Placed Smile Event Space. Registration at executiveaura.eventbrite.com.
We've got some major problems now coming from the northwest side. Good morning. Eastbound 24 has been shut down as you head past Whites Creek Pike toward Old Hickory Boulevard in the Jolton area. This is due to an overturned box truck. It's on its side, and it's going to be quite a while before they get that completely cleared up. Now, you can head down Clarksville Pike or Whites Creek Pike as alternates, or take Highway 49 Ashland City Highway and cut across there to Bryant Parkway to get around some of this. Again, 24 eastbound closed east of Whites Creek. We've got a wreck on the southeast side, Old Hickory Boulevard off Firestone Boulevard, 24 west, busy through Montgomery County. And that's a look at the roads, 90.3 WELN.
From NPR News in Washington, I'm Louise Schiavone. Federal judges have ruled Texas deliberately discriminated against minorities when drawing voting maps. The ruling comes just a month after the same judges held the state violated the Voting Rights Act. Andrew Schneider with Houston Public Media explains.
This time the focus was on maps for electing state legislators. According to the ruling, legislators deliberately ignored minority population growth in 6 counties when creating new districts. In fact, in Harris County, the state's largest, they actually eliminated a seat. By contrast, they protected Anglo districts with slower population growth.
Arkansas has carried out its first execution in more than a decade. Liddell Lee was pronounced dead at 11:56 p.m. last night. His death warrant had been due to expire at midnight. The chancellor of the University of California at Berkeley is hoping that conservative pundit Ann Coulter will rethink her plans to speak on campus this month. Nicholas Dirks spoke at a news conference.
Our police department has made it clear that they have very specific intelligence regarding threats that could pose a grave danger to the speaker, attendees, and those who may wish to lawfully protest this event.
The university had asked her to change her April 27th appearance date to a day in May. At this point, Coulter says she will not. I'm Louise Schiavone, NPR News.
At Curry Ingram Academy, teachers use individualized learning plans for every student. One student may struggle with learning to read, yet be gifted in math. Another may be ready for honors physics but need extra help with organization and study skills. To address needs and further develop student strengths, Curry Ingram Academy offers small classes, individualized academic schedules, and a host of arts, athletics, and extracurriculars. More about this K-12 school at curryingram.org. Support for Nashville Public Radio comes from listeners like you. From Electronic Express, with the latest smart QLED 4K TV technology for the smart home, including the Samsung QLED 4K UHD TV, available in stores and online at electronicexpress.com. From the law firm of Toon, Intricate & White, helping clients during the stressful times of life, from business disputes to bankruptcy to criminal charges, each client receives personal attention. More at TEWlawfirm.com. And Live Nation, presenting musical duo Lindsay Buckingham and Christine McVie of Fleetwood Mac, joined by the Wallflowers at Ascend Amphitheater Friday, June 23rd. Tickets are available this Saturday at 10 a.m. at all Ticketmaster outlets.
Support for NPR comes from NPR member stations and from the Pew Charitable Trusts, presenting After the Fact, a new podcast from Pew that explores facts, numbers, and trends shaping the world. More information is available at pewtrusts.org/afterthefact. From the Kresge Foundation, expanding opportunities in America's cities through grant-making and social investing. More at kresge.org. And from the John S. and James L. Knight Foundation, helping NPR advance journalistic excellence in the digital age.
It's Morning Edition from NPR News. I'm David Green.
And I'm Steve Inskeep. Oh man, Prince died a year ago today. It's an anniversary the world will not mark by hearing unreleased Prince songs. 6 of them were to go out today until his estate sued. claiming the producer is not authorized to release the music. A judge has temporarily blocked that release. We're going to talk about it, though, with NPR Music's Stephen Thompson, who's in our studios. Hi, Stephen.
Hello, Steve.
Okay, we should mention that of the 6 that are part of an EP, an extended play release, one single was published despite the order. It's called Deliverance, and we're going to hear just a little bit.
The song is from 2006. It's kind of a fusion, as you can hear, of rock and gospel, and I think it's very soaring and stirring, and it's capturing that spiritual surge that marked so much of Prince's life and music.
And how much is known about the other 5 songs that haven't been released?
Very little. You can see the lyrics floating around. There's not a lot of information.
So it's not that this was like an album that was put together in one time. This is almost random bits of Prince that some of the things are good that they've put together.
Well, they're from these sessions that were recorded between like 2006 and 2008, and this is clearly the material that was getting up to snuff for that.
Who is the producer who attempted to put this music on?
It's a recording engineer named George Ian Boxill, who worked with Prince during that period from 06 to 08. He recorded and completed the tracks and is now releasing them, saying that the world needs them.
He says the world needs them, the family says something else.
Yeah, the estate is saying that he does not own the songs, which is a consideration in situations like this. They're saying that Boxill signed a record contract that he's now reaching. They also, I think, want and need to control Prince's legacy. That's their job, and it's hard to do that when you have sort of rogue actors taking it upon themselves to put that stuff out into the world.
Is it just about money and control then, as opposed to feeling that this music is terrible in some way or make Prince seem worse?
I don't think, based on the quality of the song, I don't think it's necessarily a quality issue. I think it is certainly about money and control, but I think it's also about managing Prince's legacy, which is a huge and very difficult job.
What is it the right call to posthumously release songs from music?
I mean, I think it's really hard to come down on that because you have so many different circumstances that go into not only a career but go into a death. So you have cases where a lot of classic albums have come out this way posthumously that are vital to the rock and roll firmament. Otis Redding and Tupac Shakur and Jimi Hendrix and Graham Parsons and Janis Joplin. One of my favorites would be Johnny Cash, who had a couple of albums come out after his death, and which I think are beautifully made with this incredible awareness of his immortality. Let's do so. Let's give us a little bit of that. Information at AmericareNashville.com. And Optica Care and Doctors Michelle and Jeffrey Salcino provide comprehensive
comprehensive eye exams in a modern boutique setting featuring designer eyewear. Booking appointments now for your new